Don't let me keep you.
While I'm away, do me a little favor and review the movie for me.
What if I say no?
Oh, I have a feeling you're gonna want to bust this one.
You review it.
Well, you'll review this movie. Or I'll launch 3 missiles from my base that will hit 3 very specific targets.
What targets?
Your friends.
Jarvis, did you send the message?
The message was sent over 24 hours ago, sir. Still, no response. Would you like me to send it again?
Nah. He's not coming. Even though he said he'd be here.
Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Send out a call to all the others. I have a feeling I'm going to need help before this is over. Z, why did you have to retire? I wish you were here. Z! Retirement looks good on you.
Hey, thanks. It's been a while since I've heard from you.
Yeah, I thought about contacting you a few times, but I was afraid to bother you.
You've never bothered me, ERod. Now, how can I help you?
I guess I need your wisdom. You see, I'm facing a supervillain that's completely out of my league and...
So? You've faced plenty of bad guys before, and you've beaten them all.
Oh, no, that's not the problem. Bad guys, I can handle. It's just that it's been 8 years, and I'm still in the same place as when we last spoke. I'm still reviewing a Tran5formers movie, and I'm still alone. I just figured that by this point, I would have somebody at my side to help me carry the weight. But after all these years, I'm still the loner warrior.
Those are just words on a piece of cardboard, ERod. They don't define you.
I just wish you were here.
And I would love to be, but I'm not in your universe anymore, ERod. And focusing on what you don't have is not going to help you get through this.
I know.
Friendship is like love. It comes when you least expect it. You have to have faith that when your time comes, someone will be there to support you.
Okay, but what do I do until then?
Do what you do best.
And what is that?
You never give up.
Alright then. It's time to do the job. How do I look?
Like a big damn hero. Now, go be a good example for your fans.
Yes, ma'am. Z, if this is the last time we speak, I just want to let you know that you're my hero.
I know. Now go get him.
Well then, let's get to work. Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm ERod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. You've all heard this spill before, so I'll keep it brief. Tran5formers is one of the greatest franchises of all time. Some of the best animated shows and toy lines in all of fandom are based on Tran5formers, and yet 4 of the worst movies in cinematic history bear the same name. All 4 are terrible, all 4 made big money, and thus the reason they kept making them. Until we arrive here, Tran5formers: The Last Night. Will it be as bad as the others, or will it finally break the chain of shittiness? Let's find out. So our movie begins in medieval times, where we not only find out that King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table are real, but that the wizard Merlin was a drunken fraud, who got his powers from an energy staff he got from Transformers. These powers include and are not limited to control over a two-headed robotic dragon. Oh my god, that sounds awesome! And let me guess, we're just gonna jump cut to the present where everything is exactly the same as the previous 4 Transformers movies. And there it goes. And boy was I right, as the war between the Autobots and the Decepticons is still going on, and Transformers are still illegal on Earth. Which means that in the previous movie, other than stopping the planet from being cyberformed, our heroes achieved absolutely nothing. Incidentally, that movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes long. Fucking Bay. We cut to a restricted area where a group of kids run into a little girl, who's trying to sneak out a Transformer without the military noticing.
Whoa! It's alright. It's alright. I told ya. Covered. It's canopy.
Been on target.
Unable PID, visual on 5 little feathers.
Stop! He's a Transformer. He can disguise himself as any moving vehicle in existence, and yet he chose to disguise himself as a moving pile of rubble. What could possibly go wrong? Thankfully, the cavalry arrives just in time. That's right, Marky Mark is back as Shia LaBeouf's replacement, Cade Yeager, and at his side is Bumblebee. Hold on. Bumblebee is great and all, but there are a lot of other Autobots that would have been far more useful in this covert paramilitary operation, so why did Cade Yeager bring the big bright yellow Bumblebee to help him? You know what, that's just a lot for me to unpack right now. On his way out of the restricted area, Cade tries to save a dying Transformer, but the fallen soldier is far beyond saving, but rewards Cade with a Cybertronian talisman. Plot point! Cade and Bumblebee leave before the military can turn them into Swiss cheese, but B still gets tagged with a tracer. So why doesn't the military just follow them and arrest them right now? Who cares? Let's see what Optimus Prime is doing. So because of the subplot that was poorly established in the epilogue of the previous movie, Optimus goes back to Cybertron looking for his creator, Quintessa. Well, he finds her. She kicks his ass and turns him evil somehow. Now, other than the fact that they stole this plotline from Transformers Prime, the subplot of Optimus Prime going evil just doesn't work within the context of this movie because action sequence! Let's see. So far we've had explosions, sophomoric humor, and over-glorifying the military. There's just something missing to make this a true blue Michael Bay film. Got it! A stupid juvenile scene that shows what Michael Bay thinks women talk about when men are not around.
Percival, King Arthur, honorable men, brave, muscles sinewed, sweat glistening off their bodies.
Yep, she's delivering an overly sexualized lecture to a group of underage girls. Michael Bay, you are absolutely the only one worthy of helming this beloved children's franchise.
Michael Bay explosion!
The edgy educator is actually Professor Vivian Webley, a mythology expert from the UK, who just so happens to specialize in Arthurian lore. On a side note, she's played by Laura Haddock, who is best known for playing Star-Lord's mom and Captain America's really good friend. Well, so far the cast is way better than the last 4 movies. Did I just give a Michael Bay Transformers movie a compliment? Excuse me. I promise that it won't happen again. So Cade is hiding the Autobots in a scrapyard. There's a metaphor here somewhere. When he discovers that the little girl from the opening scene followed him home. He allows her to stay cause she has the uncanny ability to fix broken Transformers. Gee, I hope that turns out to be an important plot point and not a throwaway line, cause that would be annoying. And speaking of annoying, apparently the military surveillance equipment is sophisticated enough where they can track and spy on the Decepticons without being detected. They learn from their surveillance that the evil Megatron is searching for the Staff of Merlin, which he can apparently use to destroy the Earth. Now hold on to your seats with both hands, because this is when this movie goes from being mildly stupid to extremely dumb. The military agrees to work with the Decepticons to find the staff. Why? If they need to work with Transformers to find the staff, why not work with the Autobots, who would not use the staff to destroy the Earth? Or, and this is just a wild suggestion, they could just continue using the ridiculously advanced surveillance technology to follow the Decepticons to the staff, and then just bomb the place. No more Decepticons, no more Staff of Merlin, the world would be safe. But they don't do that. And you wanna know why? Action sequence! So for no reason, the military gives the Decepticons Cade's location, and the usual bombs, bullets, and gratuitous slow motion ensues. When suddenly, Cade is saved by a robot butler. Yup, a robot butler. No need to put any focus on any of the characters that people like in this franchise. Let's just put the focus on a brand new character that nobody gives a shit about. Next thing you know, the robot butler's gonna beat the shit out of one of the Autobots single-handed.
Don't kill the messenger, or the messenger will kill you.
Fucking Bay. Along with Cade, Vivian is also recruited by one of the robot butler's associates. In Vivian's case, she is recruited by none other than Hot Rod from the original Transformers movie?
Please, mademoiselle, don't do that!
What?
And he has a French accent for some reason. But a Hot Rod, by definition, is an old American car. Oh my god, this movie is exhausting. So the robot butler and Hot Rod bring Vivian and Cade to their leader, played by Sir Anthony Hopkins. Now, some of you might be wondering how one of the greatest actors of all time ended up in this terrible movie. Well, the fact of the matter is that these movies are produced by Steven Spielberg, the same man that talked long-term rivals, Warner Brothers and Disney, into putting their characters into the same movie. So, there you go. Anthony Hopkins reveals to them that he is part of the Witwickens, a secret order that has been working alongside the Autobots for decades. One of their main functions is to stop the Staff of Merlin from falling into the wrong hands. And why would that be a bad thing? Well, the movie overcomplicates the hell out of this explanation. So I'll give you the simple version. The bad guys are going to bring their planet, Cybertron, to Earth, and they are going to hook it up to our planet like a car battery, in order to use the energy from Earth to bring their planet back to life, destroying Earth in the process. The Staff of Merlin is the key that turns the ignition on the machine that will begin this process. There, simple and to the point. Notice how I didn't have to bring up knights, Nazis, or Mark Wahlberg's sex life to explain that.
No whoopee, Mr. Cade?
It's been a while.
Well, how long's a while? A week, a month, a year?
None of your business.
Well, we need to ask you the question.
A while.
Yeah, that's an actual scene in this movie. No, I have no idea why they left it in. And why do they need Cade and Vivian? Well, because of his involvement with the Autobots, Cade has been chosen to be the titular last knight, tasked to help with the finding and protecting of the staff, and until his mission is complete, the talisman that the Transformer gave him at the beginning of the movie will keep him safe. In the case of Vivian, the staff is actually coded to Merlin's DNA, so only he or one of his descendants can wield it. And Vivian just so happens to be the last living descendant of Merlin, meaning that if somebody activates the staff, Vivian is the only living human being who can turn it off. And this, fanboys and fangirls, is when it becomes evidently clear that they have completely run out of ideas for Transformers movies. As in the next 15 minutes or so, the movie completely forgets about the Transformers and basically turns into one of the National Treasure movies, as Cade and Vivian go from one location to the other looking for clues that will lead them to the location of the Staff of Merlin. Many tasteless jokes and action sequences later, they finally find the staff, only for it to be taken away from them by Optimus Prime. Oh, Optimus Prime is in this movie. I completely forgot. I mean, he was only gone for 22 minutes. To put it into perspective, that is the approximate length of one of the episodes of the cartoon. The Roe Butler has more screen time in this movie than the main character of the entire franchise. And that is not a joke. So Optimus goes to get away with the staff when he is intercepted by Bumblebee. Prime, of course, is too powerful for B. He quickly gets the upper hand and goes to kill him. Gee, let me guess. This is the scene where the little girl from the beginning of the movie shows up and uses her mad Transformer fixing skills to make Optimus Prime good again. And I know what you're thinking. ERod, that is far too stupid for them to put into this movie. How dare you overestimate Bay? You know deep down that what's actually going to happen is far stupider than that.
I am Bumblebee, your oldest friend. Optimus, I would lay down my life for you.
See, Bumblebee, all he had to do was speak, and that magically fixes Optimus Prime and makes him good again. But hold on. You don't want to miss the best part.
Bumblebee, your voice. I have not heard it since Cybertron fell.
Yes, you have.
Permission to speak, sir. Permission granted, old friend.
So does Bay not have long-term memory?
I try to take people on an emotional ride, and, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Long story short, the Decepticons get a hold of the staff and begin their energy transfer, and even put a giant combiner on guard to stop any good guys from getting to the staff. Aw man, how are they gonna get past that big bruiser?
I'm Ed, American badass, funny cowboy. I'm a singer in black, so throw a finger in the air, let me see where you're at. Say, hey, hey. Let me hear where you're at. Say, hey, hey. I'm giving it back, so say, hey, hey. Show me some metal and say, hey.
Okay, that was awesome. Was it worth sitting through this entire movie to see? No, not really. Kate and Vivian go after the staff, while Optimus Prime and the Autobots fight off Megatron and the Decepticons. Alright folks, this is it. The fight we've all been waiting for. Good versus evil. Optimus Prime versus Megatron. And he's just gonna beat him with one move, isn't he? How exactly the Transformers fans put up with this bullshit, I will never know. Thus, Vivian grabs the joystick, the transfer machine drops out of the sky, slow motion, and Optimus Prime comes in for the save. The end.
I am Optimus Prime, calling all Autobots. It is time to come home.
Yeah, Transformers are still illegal on Earth and will be destroyed on sight by the military. But you know what? Who gives a shit? This movie's a transforming tyrant of terror and treachery. Is it the worst Transformers movie? No. Is it good? Fuck no. Is this the last movie? Well, it did underperform at the box office, but it's still Paramount's most successful franchise. So for the time being, nobody knows. But personally, I hope that this is the one that marks the demise of the robots in the sky. I saw that coming from a mile away. Lucille, transform and roll out. Alright, ridiculous rampaging robot, let's light our darkest hour. Busted. I thought you'd be made of sterner stuff. How is she doing this to me? What is different from this busting and the others? How come sometimes I hurt and sometimes I don't? The only thing that was different is that this time I got it. That's it. So when I get angry, that's how she's doing it. Every time I get angry, she siphons out my powers.
Bravo, ERod. It's nice to know there's a brain inside that thick skull of yours.
It is simple. I just won't get mad.
The only thing simple is your thought process, you foolish fanboy. All I have to do is force you to review a movie that I know for a fact will make you angry.
Try if you like, you horrible harpy. I just reviewed Transformers 5. There is no movie that makes me angrier than that. I took a vow that I would never review this movie.
Now you have no choice. Bust that movie, or I bust your friends. Now we're even.
Not quite. Sorry, but I had to stop you.
You like that? This new spell I created when I started dabbling in dark magic. Got the idea from Captain Marvel. Whatever you shoot me with, I can absorb it, amplify it, and shoot it back at you. How long does it take to make one of your videos? 10 minutes? It would take me 10 days to make one of mine. Not to mention, I'd have to transmit the signal illegally. So my fans can watch it. You are a spoiled internet brat. And you don't deserve to be the Blockbuster Buster. You're not gonna win this time, ERod. Now let's move to a more appropriate location.
Where am I?
Get away from him, you witch!
Ricardo!
Oh, crap!
Well, thank you for coming, pal.
Don't mention it!
Bitch, let's go.
Hey yo, this video is old. If you want to see brand new episodes of the Blockbuster Buster, go to dailymotion.com/blockbusterbuster. And if you want to join the Legion of Badassitude, hit that subscribe/follow button. And join the Legion, suckers! Nice!